Okay, it's so easy to make jungle with this thing. And there are those articulations that you can put on a single snare. So this is just one single snare, and it has the articulation that brings in the Bucephalus, AFX Bucephalus bouncing ball to it. But it's also easy to perform with, and part of that is using these sequencer buttons up here to be able to control parameters of your effects using those buttons live, on live performance. And I haven't hooked mine up yet because that's what this little mini tutorial is about, is how to do that. So what you want to do is go to Mixer. You go to your main outputs there, and you'll hit Effects, the Effects tab. And that's where you want to put the Flytape, because you want it to hit that right before the output, and it'll be 100% wet and it'll sound great. So just hit that plus right there, go to Harmonic and MSXII and Flytape. And so I've dropped that in right there on output 1 and 2, my main outputs. Now these sequencer buttons have a lot of different functions. And so to select the different functions, you hit set and then hit whichever one you want to do. So here I want to use the one that says Q-Link Pad Grid, and I hit that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the effect. So we're looking at it here, and let's just hear what it does when you just press the buttons on it. So each of those effects also have some settings there. If you tap the name of them, you can see the different effect, the different levels of it. So you can kind of preset the level that you want to use of it. And then these buttons can be toggled, or these buttons can be like a momentary press of this up here. And so you don't have to be on this screen. That's the beauty of it. You can be on any screen and hit the buttons and get the effect. So we're going to pull down the menu, and you go over to the right, and there's more. And here is the Q-Link setup. Now here is where you might get in trouble and not be able to do it. This is the wrong thing that it says right there. That's just how it comes up. So you're going to hit your first roadblock right there. Just hit that, and you're going to have to change this. You want it to say Pad Grid Project Bank A, and then whichever sequencer button you're going to use. So we'll use that one. And it's Bank A pad. We selected this pad 16, so we'll go to that. And we'll start on that end and work that way. So there's pad 16, and we're going to hit Learn. And it starts flashing. That's the key that you're in the right area. Any of those other areas, that would not flash. And we're also going to put momentary, because we just want, if we want a tape stop or something, we just want to push in and get it and then let off, that type of thing. So we're going to hit stutter, and it says learned outputs to 1 and 2. Move to the next one. And momentary goes off. So you got to turn it back on. Break, that's the tape stop. Momentary turns off, unfortunately. Lo-fi. Warble. Reverse. I'm not going to put mute as one. That doesn't work great as live. I mean, I sometimes use it as gate if I've got this interface up here, but I'm not going to mess with mute. I'll do saturation. And I'll do speed. Okay. Then I'll take it off of Learn and get rid of that screen. And now I'll test them out. So these buttons should play that. So they're all working great. You could even put the on-off switch on there if you wanted to. So now I could go to the main screen, that's the thing, and I could be working in some other area, and still all those are connected to that effect on my Master Out 1 and 2. Be sure and subscribe though, because I'm going to have some videos on how to set up your pads and how to use things like that. That's a single sample, and the articulation is making it do that bouncing ball effect, like the Aphex Twin Bucephalus bouncing ball. That's just an articulation on there. And some of the other pads I've set up to do things. And then also I have them so it's easy to play them rhythmically. And I'll show you how to make a little jungle kit, but that's coming up. And comment down below if you're interested in something like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.